Libra, this is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your love messages for June 2025. I hope that you're doing well. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you want. That way you get future notifications when I do future videos, and I do all sorts of different types of videos. I also do not free readings, but I do private readings for $30, a 3-question $30 reading through video that I will send to you. The link is in the description of the page. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, as it's really helping the channel grow. So what we're going to do for you, Libra, is we're going to be looking at your recent past, your present, and your near future, as well as any obstacles that you have in love and what you don't see for the month of June. I hope that you're doing good. Today is Saturday, but when you find this message is when you're meant to hear the message from Spirit. Libra. Okay, so in the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Ten of Pentacles here. Libra, you could have gone through a time when you were having some trouble with finances. You had a lack of resources, but you had your freedom. You were definitely detached, maybe single at the time in the recent past. But you had a lot of insecurity when it came to love. We'll go back and clarify what this is all about. But it seems like you were detached, perhaps playing the field, but feeling a little insecure, maybe being a little selfish at the time, and you had a lack of resources. In the present moment here, I definitely see some conflict that is happening. Perhaps within a love relationship that you have at this time, there is some temptation to maybe see somebody else or go towards a new opportunity. And you've been daydreaming about this using your imagination. So there could be some lustful feelings, some secrets going on here, or temptation in order within a love relationship here. Perhaps wanting a new adventure or new opportunity in love. Your obstacles for the month of June in love is basically looking at your future, okay? And we'll clarify what this means. Kind of looking at what inspires you, finding your inspiration and taking action. This could be your obstacle for the month of June when it comes to love. In the near future, we have the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands here. You could have some impulsive behavior, maybe coldness within the relationship, or lack of desire in order to keep going within the relationship. Well, let's go back and clarify, though. In the shadow, what you don't see is perhaps some emotional maturity through this. You could also be reaching for some spiritual guidance at the time, perhaps a tarot reading or a psychic reading in order to give you insight on the ways to move forward in this dynamic. Let's clarify. Okay. Okay, so in your recent past, we're going to clarify how you were pretty much really thinking about yourself in the past. You had your freedom, perhaps playing the field, but you had a little lack of resources at the time. There was you were very liberated. You had a lot of a new perspective on life in the recent past. Yeah, you definitely had your freedom at the time. But I feel like with the financial insecurity, it gave you a lot of problems. And it felt like you might have been manipulated into a relationship because of finances and not being able to move forward with the Wheel of Fortune. I may pull another clarifier for that, but what it feels like, Libra, is that you had your freedom. You might have been seeing different people in love. You were single, perhaps, in the recent past, or just you had your freedom. You felt free, but you might have been going through some financial difficulty at the time. Perhaps your living situation was not great. You had a lack of resources or just lack of people kind of helping you out at that time, which gave you some problems and made you feel weak when it came to love. That could be perhaps why in the present moment you are now in a relationship where there could be conflict. You could be having temptation in order to find something new. You could be procrastinating. Again, I'm seeing conflict within the relationship or just conflict within yourself if you are still single here. You do have a lack of direction at this time, and you feel like maybe giving up on love or giving up on this person that you are currently with. The obstacles here, looking ahead, I definitely see an obstacle of growth, maybe more of emotional maturity. This is your obstacle perhaps because you're growing outside of this relationship. Again, not for everyone. They could be manipulating you, but you need to have courage and strength and perseverance to go through this. This is definitely stressing you out. This is definitely an obstacle that's going to be going on through the month of June for you, Libra. Somebody is giving you a lot of stress here, but you're going to need courage and perseverance and strength in order to look ahead and grow within yourself emotionally and perhaps spiritually as well. What you don't see, clarifying the Hierophant here, is the Emperor, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. I see you, perhaps what you don't see is you could be leaving the home or stepping outside of the home, finding your independence, moving forward, taking back control of your life, and perhaps giving to others. Or maybe giving to this person in order to get out. Or giving to somebody that you secretly want to be with. These are forces that you don't see coming. In the near future here, clarifying the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands here. You could be holding on to this relationship even though it's kind of like it's leaving you in a depression. But I definitely see maybe you manifesting something new and you're wanting to maybe be selfish again. And there could be a betrayal here as you had that secret kind of fantasy and desire to be with somebody new and a temptation. Not for all, but I definitely see that you might be, there may be a betrayal here in the near future. But holding on to what is basically lost with the Death card for no reason. It's almost like you would rather have a secret love affair and than break this relationship. I feel like you want your freedom back again. I feel like even though things were hard for you financially in the past, you were happier even though you had less money at the time, because you're in a situation where there's a lot of conflict and chaos going on in the present moment. I do see that you have secret desires to be with somebody new. And you may take that, there may be a betrayal here in the future. And you're going to still stay with this person you're with you're having conflict with anyway. But what you don't see is you could be leaving the home, stepping outside, getting your independence back as well. So perhaps they find out about this betrayal, which you should be holding on to this relationship anyway. It's full of conflict. You feel like giving up on it anyway. It's overwhelming. It's going to take a lot of courage for you and strength in order to get out of this. But you're burned out and you're stressed. Let's pull a love message oracle card for you, Libra, to finish up your reading. But yeah, I feel like the overall feeling here is you're not happy. And I feel like you going outside of this relationship is not the best thing for you. I feel like you need to end the relationship first in order to move on and move forward before you have somebody else come into your life. But that may not happen. Libra. I definitely see a reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. So somebody from your past, perhaps that's the person that you've been thinking about, Libra, is somebody from your past that there's unfinished business with, you're reconciling. I feel like this is the person that you can secretly been thinking about or having temptation in order to contact again and have a new opportunity with this person. I feel like the current situation you're in right now is causing you a lot of discomfort. You're feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of arguing going on right now. But again, if you reconcile with this person from the past, don't do it secretly, because the person from your past may not like that either. But you may do that, as I'm seeing here. You're not wanting to let go of what you're in right now before reconciling with the person from the past. In the shadow here, I do have the King of Pentacles. I do see abundance, generosity, and being a provider, and that may be why you are staying in this relationship. So that's what's hidden. But again, you know, everyone can take care of themselves. You don't have to stay in a bad relationship just because they need you financially. That's the message I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe again if you want. And I hope you have a wonderful month. Namaste.